Hello viewers, Matatis Alexander here, and here's the episode 5 of Let's Play Civilization 5 Fire Emblem, Sophia of Nabata Desert. So in last episode, we have seen Gangrel declare war at the end of the episode, and now he is starting to join the city of Edimos, and he has killed one of the composite bowmen defending the city. However, it is a pretty well fortified city, and I still have a few compos on the way, so I should be able to hold them off. At least that's what I'm thinking. In Community Patch, AI is much better at dealing with static positions, and that is, as you can see, he has pulled back his very wounded barbarian away from the firing range, and he is putting them just outside of the border to heal. So I do need to, well, even though he might not be able to drain the city of Edimos, or at least that's what I'm hoping that's the case, he will still be able to heal up his men, and he will try to preserve his unit as best as possible, which is a bit of an annoyance. As you can see, Gangrel's got a pretty sizable army, but then the choke points are so narrow that it doesn't really matter. 300 Thermopylae. So I kill the enemy horseman, and then I will move my composite bowman to the vantage point while I continue to build on the roads, which will help me supply troops faster to the front lines. Come on, come to daddy. Who's your daddy? Get your ass. They're just modders now. I usually don't get a pikeman, but then melee blocker units could be of some use in this situation, so I decided to get a pikeman because even though Their lances are pretty garbage. It does have some use in the medieval era. Unfortunately, even with the wall and my composite bowman firing at the barbarian at once, the combination of his higher strength, as well as the rough terrain and the aggressive trait that gives him at least drill 1, prevents him from dying. Never mind, make it 4 composite bowmen and the barbarian still manages to live. And we end up meeting Mikoto when she sends our scout to meet my unit. Well, Mikoto is one of, in my opinion, the most powerful Fire Emblem civilization out there because, first of all, Mikoto's trait gives her minus 25% unhappiness from population, which means Mikoto can grow taller without having to worry about happiness. In addition, all her specialists yield 2 flu, meaning all of the specialists don't slow down growth, which is really good. Mikoto is one of the consistently strong top tier civilizations out there, and there are other strong civilizations out there as well, such as Lin, and there's also Batu and Sophia, but then Lin and Mikoto are probably the 2 most consistent civilizations out there, mainly because Batu's advantages are only relevant in the early game, while Sophia needs to turtle around until the late game. So we still have a lot of Gangrel's forces still mucking outside of Edemos, but then it really doesn't make an aggressive move, mainly because, well, the choke points is so narrow and embarking soldiers to attack onto the water is pretty much suicidal. So I simply kill off the barbarian, joining Petra, and yeah, just chill out. I'm kinda surprised that Mikoto hasn't built a plantation on rice because, as I've said before, rice is a really good resource when developed since building a plantation alone gives you 3 food on top of the origin crop bonuses. That's pretty much plus 4 food from a single tile. Yeah, so I think yeah, Mikoto is missing out on a whole lot. And yeah, we see Gangrel bringing some of his barbarians across the lake and trying to join my capital Arcadia, but then, like it says it before, the terrain is so much in my favor, it really doesn't matter. Now that Gangrel isn't making much progress in the war, I start to look towards building up site. So I decide to raise the university and the capital as soon as possible, while in Petra, the production seems a bit lacking, so I decide to delay the university, although I do make it a priority. So I made a mistake, which kinda sucks, but well, it doesn't matter. Conveniently enough, Mikoto has cleared out the barbarian camps for me, so I can go move my settler and settle that new city that I always wanted. Let's clear the barbarian encampments for me, and while I start Well, I checked the demographics, I'm doing fairly well on production, and my my science isn't doing terrible. It could go better, but my gold is absolutely terrible, and my population and land area, crop yield, not all of them are not very good. And it's kind of surprising that Kodo is the one that is #1 in gold. Definitely. That iron. I get my boat connected. 받았어. DJ just 안 나가. And Gangrel decides to withdraw his troops. So what his little war isn't going to be like. He's going to be inconclusive at best, and he hasn't gotten anything from it. So it's not terrible. Anyhow, to see how Gangrel's doing, I decided to found his city and see that his city is way up there, so I should have little territorial conflict for now. But I also put a compass bomb on the force to lure his forces in, so he'll attack. Usually you don't really want to work merchant tiles, but then I'm in a special situation where I'm actually losing money, and my treasury is empty, so I'm actually losing science because of that. So I do keep that merchant in because it's basically a science bonus. And if I get my city connection up, I should be okay with the gold because that city connection will pay back the cost of building all those roads and stuff. I take a hit, then I'll retreat. I have to, but this bonus I should be able to take. I have 3 turns before I can hit my golden age. Once I that's like 3 turns away from hitting a golden age, and if I can get that golden age up, it should help me with my gold and to a lesser extent production and culture, which are also important. I mean, he has a DI. This cap was so useless mainly because one place he can actually use when my city's over here, and that's its zone. And Gangrel doesn't really take the bait and dedicate, but he does bring in his swordsman to hit my crossbowman. I meant composite bowman, so I will be able to hit him back hard, hopefully killing that guy. Damn it, I don't have injury, so I won't know if I have injury. Yeah. So anyhow, Mikoto's doing the best at 539 points while I'm at the 5th at 421 points. So I'm like 100 points away from Mikoto, which is a difference that I can overcome eventually. One. Gangrel has moved his catapult opposition, and now it is good as dead because, well, he can't retreat his catapult now. Now that he's trapped between a marsh and a forest, so it's dead meat. So the campus is It is somewhat surprising that regardless of all people got Petra, but it's, to be fair, I couldn't get it on Petra even if I tried, because my Petra city has so little production that even if I went for it, I probably not gotten it. And yeah, I'm going to pick up that catapult with my composite bowman. I'm going to score some kills. And I hit the golden age, which is extremely convenient. Extra gold, extra production, extra culture, all these good things that I really need at this moment. Anyhow, Gangrel's trying to renew his offense. He's bringing more of his swordsmen and barbarians, but then I'm also swinging forward with my pikemen as well, so I should also be able to meet him face to face. And if that fails, I can still hold up in Edemos because, well, it's well fortified and he can't go there. He can't take it. Fusion barbarians are screwed. They have nowhere to run. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, so I think I'm gonna have to pull back to Animals since, yeah, Swordsman will tear apart Composite Bowman in the open, and I really can't put up a fight without my pikemen. So I actually made a cut here because I was out for quite a while and it wouldn't be fun waiting for like 30 minutes without doing anything, right?
pieces of bronze or gold or iron break, the metalsmith welds them together again in the fire, and the bond is established.
Or Gangrel decides that he's tired of the war, so I finally make peace with Gangrel for what ends up being an all in all an inconclusive war. So yeah. want to end this part right about now, and I apologize for the late posting of the part 5 for my Sophia Civilization 5 playthrough, and I hope to see you next time.